Jim, welcome to this week's episode of the Fantasy Top Deck Building Series. I'm co-host CarpenterOfWeb3. Alongside me, as always, fellow co-host, and big brain Fantasy Frog, HK. HK, how are you today, man?
Yeah, doing good. Yeah, it was Eid on the last 2 days, so obviously I got a bit busy. So yeah, we had to move the stream to Sundays. But yeah, no, I haven't done any of my decks yet. Still figuring out how it's looking for this week. But yeah, looking forward to it. I won the Bronze League last week. I don't know if you saw that. But yeah, no. Looking forward to it again. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Okay, fine. One time, buddy. Here. He won. He sees my face on the camera, so he won some. Okay. All right, yeah. But no, it's been good. I think that you won. All right, you here, Bubba. Here, take it. Here, Daddy's working. All right, Daddy's working. But yeah, so it went well. Oh, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, but I'll just carry on. So yeah, next week's tournament. I think the two-star options are pretty interesting. I did just do a post. I was looking at a few of them. I think DCF God seems like to be the obvious choice, but I actually don't think he's done that well in the last few tournaments. I know DB is the probably the only one star that most of you are probably gonna play, even myself, to be honest. But yeah, I think Was DB are gonna be crucial next week. But yeah, we got Carpenter back.
Yeah, sorry about
Right?
that. My little man has been he's been on one lately. So
Has it?
yeah, we've been making some videos. Like I've been doing some pre-recorded videos for fantasy, and he has been wanting to be like, he sees Dad on camera, and he's like, Dad, I want to be on. He calls it TV, right? He's like, I want to be on TV, and so oh
Yeah.
man, I'm out of shape, but I mean, I'm lifting, shaping up, running up the damn thing. But yeah, so probably shouldn't have started that habit with him. But yeah, I heard what you were saying with my earpiece. But yeah, I think there's some
Yeah.
really good heroes this week. I think it's going to be hard. I was kind of trying to mess with my decks a little bit, and it's going to be. I think it's going to be a challenging week. And then also, real quick, I wanted to touch on your win on bronze before we jump into deck building. So, what was your thought process? You want to share your screen, kind of show your winning lineup, and we kind of go over that real quick?
Yeah, let me just do that now. I mean, surprisingly, I think not many people knew about this, but it was my first like non-reverse league win.
Let's go. I
So
know you've gotten
starting
close
like,
in bronze and silver and stuff.
yeah, I've been second like literally 5 or 6 times, so
Yep.
it's definitely not like I've
Turn off
not
Texas.
challenged, right?
Yeah.
But it's been more so. It was a very close tournament. Like it wasn't one where I was like, you know what, this deck is definitely gonna challenge, right? But I was like, if everything goes well, it could challenge. Which is how I put it together, right? So Davis, I kind of knew at 3-star was kind of gonna be one of the best heroes to pick. You had Rasma, yeah,
Yep.
Rasma. Obviously he was a better hero a few months ago, but I was like, I'd give it a go. And then Art School Reject, his 24-hour chart was good heading into the tournament. Makesy, as always, 1-star, right? When he's 1-star, he'll do well. And Star Platinum was one where I felt that he always has one good post that goes viral every tournament so far. So I just put it together. Like I said, I was focusing on silver. I didn't really think I was gonna win bronze, but uh, yeah, it was pretty close. I was in the top 20 for like the first 2 days, and then the last day I got it crept into the top 10, and then literally I woke up in the morning and I was like top 4, and I was like, okay, something's happened overnight. And I saw Davis Carbon, whatever you want to call it. He hit like a good post, and then it went to 100k plus views. And at the end, I just about like I don't know how close this was, to be honest. Let me see. Yeah, I mean it's 10 points.
Oh,
It's 10.
jeez. That was
And the funny
close.
the funny thing is the 3 decks behind me are all the same decks. Like the
Oh,
three
shoot. So you could have dropped down to like
But
4.
yeah, it would have been fourth and a tie for first instead. Can you see? Because they all got second. Uh,
Whoa.
um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, no. The end of the bronze tournament was pretty insane last week. I was just hoping I held on. Uh, but yeah, surprisingly, I think the malt showed me the data, but I'm the best performing silver player in the last 5 tournaments. So
Let's go.
pretty nice to hear. I think I haven't won one. I haven't won the silver league ever. I've come second a few times in the last
But
few.
consistency is better though. I bet you pay out. So like the people who have won one, or let me rephrase that. Would you rather be someone who won silver like 1 or 2 times over, the span of your career, or someone like yourself who's like been very consistent and became, the best overall silver player?
Um, I think I like consistency because you want consistent returns, but I think getting that first win is like, okay, once you get that first win, you can just, relax a bit. But
Yep.
now that I've got it in bronze, I can feel like, what, I can just go all in on silver every week. And hopefully, one week I win it, right? But I think it's about balance. Like, for example, I always play like a safe deck and a risky deck. Like in
Yep.
silver, this week I came 13th, right? The previous week I came 11th and 12th. I came 11th and 12th, right? Um, it's like, for example, I had Greg. I knew Clem was going to do well. Like, he usually does score decently every week. Then you Hart was a decent 6-star, and then this one I was the risk was Alan, right? And he actually posted. So yeah, and then my other deck had with Ansem. My Ansem rare had Ultra and Bandit. I was hoping that Laudio, whatever you want to call it, did well, but ultimately, that kind of dropped. Like the market cap just tanked straight away, right? I mean, um, so I kind of gave up on any of my ultra decks doing well, right? So there's two of them here. Like they got 132, 286. Um, but yeah, I think upgrading to Greg and having a Greg and Ansem rare definitely is required for silver. To challenge consistently. But I've got a good depth of rares now. For example, Jeff Park. He's not everyone's favorite
Oh,
hero.
dude, Jeff Park, like I think a lot of people don't understand, like he is, like he's a good hero. I had a few people say like, is he getting botted, and stuff like that? But then you look and he just
I've
had
come
like
across.
good. He's just from a different like niche, I
Yeah,
think, of crypto
yeah,
Twitter.
he is. Yeah, and I don't think I think you can't put a hero down just because they're not meme coin traders and
Exactly right.
they're not
He does
engaging with
well. His
Clay or
chart looks
Thread
good.
guy. Like he's just completely
Exactly.
a different part of crypto Twitter, right? Now,
Yep.
granted, I did look at a few of his posts. It doesn't look like there's many major accounts posting, but he might just have one of them follower bases where it gets tons of engagement. But the
Mhm.
mall, I trust the malls, but bot check in,
Oh,
and he said
absolutely.
there's no bot. So if he says it, and the score is
Um,
he's ranking in the top 20 every tournament, I think
he's
he's a good
good.
card, right, and good value amongst the new heroes. I upgraded to a thread guy lately. I don't know if you noticed, thread guy's been like
Crushing. He's
he's
back.
been he's been posting quite a bit recently. So yeah, I picked up another one of him. Art School Reject, I upgraded another one just because I'm just looking at that 24-hour chart. It just seems to be a bit more consistent than he used to be. He or she, I don't know. Used to
Yeah.
be. But I also saw a post from Art School Reject that said like they're gonna go like hard in the summer, right? And probably maybe
Yep.
there's more. It might be posting more. So
That's why I got.
I
So
picked
on that art school reject, I picked up a bunch of his
she.
commons.
So
She
it
is
is
a
a she.
girl.
As a girl, okay.
Oh, that makes me
Yeah.
even more bullish because uh, some of their posts I kind of wondered about, but it makes more sense now that they're female.
Yeah. I wanted a star platinum rare, but as you can see, his floor price is just gone shooting
Oh, how many
up.
do you have? You have two. So do I, dude. I have
Two.
two. I bought one at like point zero uh 5 and then one at like 0.069 or something. But I was trying to get more, but now that it just keeps going up,
Yeah,
like up and
I
up.
minted mine. I minted mine.
Or maybe I did mint one.
I
No, I
minted
didn't.
mine from
Yeah.
the, you know, when the heroes first
Dropped, and
introduced,
you
yeah,
were going ham, dude.
on shiny packs, yeah, I was I
Yeah,
went crazy pretty, yeah, I did. uh Aside from that, like I
worth
said,
it though.
I have a decent range of like commons. I don't like upgrading too much because I like to have a good balance. Like
Yep.
Fijao, he's one of the best new heroes, I think. And he's
Yeah,
been
I
seven
pulled
star.
one of him.
He's still a 7 star, so I might put him in a good bronze
And
deck,
he's
maybe.
underpriced, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll see how he goes in the next tournament. Currently, if you look at his 24-hour chart, he seems to be
He's
safe
not.
as a 700 points, and then you can see that he's consistently hitting that 900 top end of 800
Hmm.
every few days, right? So yeah, he's a good hero. I packed a Jeff Park yesterday, common.
And
I
out of
got
a Jade.
yeah. No, to be honest, I ripped open 6 shiny packs, and I probably lost like 30% of the
So you
value.
must have
But
won. So generally, knowing you, like the back of my hand, I feel like you probably made a win in another ecosystem, and then generally, whenever you make a win in another ecosystem, you roll those rewards into fantasy.
yeah, I do get into the habit of doing that, to be honest. Just because I feel a lot more.
Like
It feels a lot
comfortable.
more okay doing it, comfortable doing it
Yep.
like that way, right? Rather than just going all in. But yeah, it's interesting to see a 5 stars this week because
There's a lot of good
uh,
ones.
there's a few good ones, but they haven't really been in form, right? When I say in form, they haven't been doing well in the last few tournaments. Like
Yes.
Orangey's kind of been on the downtrend, like last few
Especially since the new
tournaments.
heroes. Yep.
Yeah, maybe that, but also I don't think he's been really posting that level of content he used to, right? Like he's not seem like if you look at his posts, like they're a bit
He's
random. I
traveling
mean that
too
one
right
that
now.
that one that one did well. Yeah, he's usually one that still posts while he's traveling, so maybe I
Yeah.
won't put him in the top deck. So, but like
Yeah. More
five
like
stars,
a farmer.
you got Min as well as a five
I think
star. So
he's
you
gonna do well. He has a video coming out. I don't know if you've seen that yesterday. Min posted. He goes, "Hey, I'm got a video cooking. If an Azuki video, and if you want your Azuki in the video, send your full screen picture of your
oh
Azuki."
wow,
And there was a butt ton of them. So that's some alpha there that I saved. I'm gonna try and find the tweet, and I'll share it here after a bit if I can find it. But yeah, there's a bunch of. I think it's and Min's videos crush. So. I'm
yeah,
assuming
no,
it's going to be a long form that he then turns into clips. And I'm assuming it'll probably come out this week because he's fantasy aware, right? So
yeah, no.
I think he's
I'll
going to cook.
probably
Also, Bandit has another piece before I forget. Bandit had posted comments on someone's thing. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Faded. Said, "Hey, I'm going to DM you a tweet if you want to laugh. I'm saving it for the tournament on Monday." So he has a banger getting ready to come out as well. So I think Bandit's going to be a good play this week as well.
what stars man? Is he 5 star?
I think
No,
he's
he's
5.
6. I think. I think he's
Is he a
6.
6? He must be.
Uh,
Is he a 6? I thought he was 5.
yeah, he's 6 because
Ah,
he
he's a
was doing
6.
a lot of Laudio
Laudio.
yapping last week.
He ended up
So
not making the 25. That's nuts.
to be honest, if they did it based on the original 7 days that I thought it was going to be,
He would
he
have been
probably would
in.
have got it. But obviously, accounts like Kaleo and like they're just huge
Hmm.
accounts that they're gonna get mind share like
Yeah, I can't
ridiculously
believe Tut,
high
though.
match.
Tut, he's become a very good friend of mine.
Did
The
he get
Tut
in?
Laudio thing, he got second. He got second.
Oh wow,
He was
wow.
crushing it, dude. He's on another one. Like,
Let me
ITOB
have a look.
shouted him out. Dude, he's
Nah, that's
going
fair play.
nuts.
No, Tut's been quite. He's been grinding for like months. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's. Well, they've refreshed it. I think. Right. Yeah. So they've
Yeah, they
refreshed it
restarted it.
now. Yeah, they
But yeah,
restarted
he
it now.
finished second. It was him and Chill and Vill, or not Chill and Villain. Oh my God, Chill
Cinnamon, nah,
Pill.
can't be him.
No,
uh,
it's Chill and Villain. I'm probably gonna get canceled for even saying that name.
yeah.
No,
But
it's Chill Pill. Got it first, I think.
But yeah, no, yeah, Bandit at 5 star maybe. I will put him in a few silver decks because he's 5 star. But Wales one that said that he's gonna be back today. Like today, he's officially gonna start. He had a surgery. I don't know if you saw it. Uh,
I did
so
not.
expectedly that he did score as high. I'm expecting him to. I might put him in a good deck next week. Honey's one that's kind of been like she either wrecks your tournament or she doesn't. Like for example, she might get 10th one tournament and then all of a sudden, hit rock bottom 137, right?
Exactly
Um,
right.
I feel
She's
like
either on or
usually,
she's off.
and the worst thing is she's gone back to back previously, so there's nothing saying that she'll blank again.
No crap.
But I will. She's definitely gonna. There's not many good 4 stars, I would say, as good as her in terms of ceiling, right? So yeah, I definitely think Honey is one that you should consider. Interns another interesting one at 5 star. You got Lucanets at 3 star.
I like
Uh,
Luca at 3. I picked up another one of him last
he's a bit.
week towards the end of
I
the
just
tournament.
don't.
But if he
He's a bit odd
posts, though,
one.
it's all
Like
about quality or quantity with him.
I just don't. He doesn't post like enough, and when he does post, it's like a random quote of a like with an
Yeah,
emoji or
he's not
something,
in
and it's
true
like,
form like he used to be.
yeah, maybe it's just a seasonal, right, with him, like when he has stuff going on. And you're right about the Mona tournament. Yeah, I will. I've got that drafted up. I'll post it when later today. But yeah, I've got it drafted up. But yeah, like I said, I think there's a bit more unpredictability about this week, just because DB is not a guaranteed post, right? I tried to DM him about whether he's posting it. He doesn't get back. Honestly, he doesn't.
Does he leave you on red, or does he even see it?
No. I think with DB is he'll respond to you when he's posted. Do you get what I mean? Because he's
Uh,
online. Because he's
yeah.
online. Whereas
Maybe
if you
that's the
post it,
alpha.
if you post it, if you like, do you know, he messaged after the tournament. I DM'd him and he replied like pretty much a few minutes later saying, yeah, the Trump and Elon stuff is pretty crazy. And then I said, I replied to him like, do you expect much next week? And he goes, and he didn't even reply to me. Like, he replied to my first message, so he must have just logged off. I don't know how he works with him, to be honest, but he is aware of fantasy, which is a good thing, I guess. I think I will definitely be playing him in one or two. Like, he's 1 star, you have to play him, right? I think Alan's an interesting one because there was a lot of stick like he got for $1 billion raise, is it? What was it again? Something like that for
Yeah.
that 4 billion valuation.
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying, well, why did they not airdrop into the community and stuff like that? Maybe he might come out with, some more clarification about it. That would literally put him top 10 if he does, because that's going to get insane amount of views, I think. So I can see a lot of different things play out in this tournament, which I feel it's going to be good. Like last week, it's kind of predictable because Evan Van Ness, Makesy, 1 stars. They kind of have a big influence on the top decks. Whereas this week, I feel there's a bit more. It's a bit more interesting. Like your top deck might not do well, but your fifth best deck might just do well, right? So definitely looking forward to this week. What about yourself? Have you added any new heroes? How's your inventory
Yeah.
looking?
Yep. Let me
Yep,
switch
show
up
me
here
one.
real quick. Let me share mine. Which one is it? This is the one. Share. Bonk. Also here, I'm gonna change something because I don't like when the comments are up that we can't see your pretty face. So we're gonna switch you like this. We're gonna update. Boom. There. Now you're up in the corner, so we can see your face when
Nice.
the comments come up. Oh, I gotta fix this too. What's going on here? Oh, here. This is what we gotta do. We're gonna move it forward. No, we don't want that. We want it backwards. All right, we'll just cancel it. There we go. All right, now we're better. All right, so for myself, I picked up another Vo. Vo's been crushing it, so I got her on a bid for. Let's look here. I got Vo on a bid for. So the original one I bought it for 0.03 for her rare, and this weekend, it was.
Oh wow.
I think it was Alex was posting this weekend that he was trying
Point
to
zero
get rid of.
three for a rare. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane that.
I bought that one a while ago, back before it was when she first came onto Slingshot. So one thing I like to do is heroes that, when they drop in price, I kind of like to watch their really close. Like I'll put noties on for them and like I'll really watch them. And then like if I'm
Yeah.
in like a chat with them or whatever, I'll try to kind of chat with them to see if there's anything new coming. And like we seen with Vo is she was switching jobs. And so as soon as that happened, I put bids in on her. And even when there was whispers about it, right, that something was switching, I put a bid in and I got it. I had some of her rares. I ended up flipping those, or some of her commons. I ended up flipping those. I got those for like 0.005, a couple of them. End up
Nice.
flipping those. And yeah, so it's just something I like, just a fun way to
Yeah.
find the edge. And
If
then
if you just go
go
into
ahead.
her chart again, her tournament chart, I just want to see, is it as volatile? So last time she did well, she then dropped to like top 70, then she got up to like top 50 back to back. Then she got
Yeah.
top 10. Okay, okay. So it seems like there's some consistency starting there with the top. Because
Yeah.
what I want to see with Vo is, could I play her in elite farming? Now, if she's
Yeah.
gonna put
That's
in
what I'm planning on
drop
putting her.
into top 70, then it's harder to then play there. But I'm just looking at the recent activity. She definitely seems to be posting a lot more.
Yeah, and she's posts
Uh,
there. It's like not
oh wow.
engagement farming, but her posts are really good, man. Like I
Yeah, and
like her posts.
it's not like she's doing well because of a meta. She's just posting on the comment wider
Yeah.
market, and also, like, I think her post about average person aged over 30 should be logging off crypto or something went to 300 400k views, right? Like
Yeah.
that's just a random post, but she's farming Laudio as well.
And then
Christine
she
with the
also
alpha
has
there.
the like look like she
Oh
follows
wow.
the narratives. She hits them really good, and then she also like nobody is ready for this article. You know, like the 100 airdrops to
Oh wow.
make 100K.
Imagine that drops during the tournament.
Oh, I guarantee it does. She's very fantasy aware. Oh, and also this is a good time to say, I have easy. So next week, as you guys all know, we have Star Platinum. We were supposed to have Loki this week, but we had to make some changes due to him not being super active in the fantasy ecosystem anymore. So we just kind of made a pivot as it's a fantasy top deck building series. And then he'd be a better fit for like the fantasy hour where we just kind of talk to heroes. But so yeah, we have Star Platinum next week. Super pumped about that. That'll be Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and then the
Yep.
following Saturday we have Bo is gonna let me know for sure. But Easy's confirmed. He confirmed last night. Ideally, it's going to be Vo and Easy. Right now, we have Easy 100% confirmed, and Vo's all but confirmed. So it's going to be
So that'll be
super
good.
awesome to have both of them.
Because I know both have the what do you call it? The legend, sorry, the Soulbound
They're
Legendary, right?
yep,
And I believe, I don't know if Vo has made any decks, but I know Easy's been
plays every week since like
he
test
plays
net.
every week. Yeah, I know he's always mentioning thread guy, telling thread guy to post, because I know he has a thread guy card, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, no, definitely looking forward to that as well, for sure.
absolutely. And then I picked up, like we were talking about earlier, I grabbed some more of him, Art School Reject. I minted two of him, two of his these ones, these special edition testnet borders, and then I snagged the other two this last weekend, or this last week on like Thursday for 0.0127. Trying to get a fifth so I can do my. So if anyone has it, I think on the top bid, dump it to me. Someone beat me. Farts. How did they beat me? We're the same bid.
Yeah, maybe they added extra 0.01
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know how
Point
that
zero
works.
0.04.
So you're looking
I'll just
to
go point
upgrade it.
zero 0.05. Let's go higher.
You're looking to
Like
upgrade
that.
art school, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna farm with him for a few weeks or a week or two,
Interesting, yeah.
and then upgrade him. Depending on and well, I'm hoping that like maybe he doesn't do as well. Like I'm not hoping, but in case he doesn't do as well this week, it's kind of a hedge because then instead of upgrading him and then I get just one good card like or whatever. If I he does do a little not as good this week, it's a hedge, right? Because I will be able to have 5 low stars next week or lower stars next week to farm with
Exactly.
him. And then maybe when he's a high star, I'll upgrade him or something.
For
Um,
sure, yeah.
and then I snagged some more stuff. Oh, I ended up pulling a Taiki, and I was gonna sell him, but I was like, no, because his farming, he's doing his YouTube videos again. I really like those.
Yeah,
And so it's like a hit or miss. So I want to see what his 24-hour. The other day it looked pretty good. Yeah, see, like he's hitting around that 600 when he does post.
yeah.
Let's go by date.
No, if he's definitely
Oh my
gonna,
goodness. I don't
yeah,
like that it
well,
does that all the time. Like it
he,
randomly does that to fantasy, but or
I
random
up,
websites.
I upgraded him as well, Taiki. I felt like it was a decent bet on him maybe doing well in the next few tournaments. Not like I'm not expecting top 20, right? But
Mhm.
as a 5-star, it's pretty decent if you can put him. We know he can get top 10 on any given tournament because he's done it
Yeah.
in the past, right? But it's always worth having a copy of his rare just for
Alright.
you in case he pops off right randomly. But
Yep.
you got CBB 8-star. He did well last tournament.
Yeah, and what's funny is after the stats, we had stats on, right? So I told him I was gonna message him some rares to pick up to go with his legendary, right? Because he was gonna move some more liquidity and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I told him CBB because he was like down to like 0.03 something on his rare, and I was like, hey, you should grab a CBB. He's one of the ones. I think he's gonna do really well this week. Kind of seeing the way he was talking in the Cabal V2 chat, right? And
Yeah.
so he's like, well, isn't he like not playing right now or not posting or whatever? And I was like,
Yeah.
I think he's gonna post, right? And so I don't know if he picked him. I don't think he picked him up. And so right afterwards, of course, I kind of had to mess with him. I was like, I told you to pick up CBB, right? But yeah, stats. I'm just happy. I know a lot of people are kind of like not giving him crap, but saying, hey, you're legendaries with a bunch of commons, right? But I'm just happy he's
Yeah.
playing again, and I think he is going to start rolling those cards in and starting to
Yeah.
upgrade and all that stuff.
Yeah. He did
I
really
just like
have.
seeing heroes playing.
He did top up on his E, so obviously we had to go with the best common combination we
Mhm.
could get with his legendary. But yeah, no, it was nice to see him post it. But I think that was his first post to start the tournament.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, it was nice to see. Yeah, no, him playing as well. Yeah, so you got 2-star
Yep, I
platinums,
grabbed
right?
another one. I think I did. No, I bought both of them. Yeah, so I bought one for 0.049 and one for 0.062 on bid.
Do you have any Wars commons, rares, or anything like that this week?
Was none. I got rid of my was. So I did like I did with the whale mocha,
Okay.
and my ICO beast. I'm thinking about snagging another ICO beast though, because he's kind of dropped in price. So remember, like at the time, I was the highest all-time sale for my common ICO beast. I sold him for like 0.165. There's been higher sales since. And then
Yeah.
whale, when he was at a 4-star that 1 week, months ago, I sold him for like again 0.1. So on
Yeah.
those two cards, I made like 0.265 or whatever. Point two, I think it was like 0.255 after the 3% or whatever. But and that's I ended up getting like a bandit and some other stuff. But so that's what I did with my walls too, right? I when he dropped to a low originally, that first time he kind of dropped to that 2-star after having a real exciting tournament.
Yeah.
I kind of sold him off, and he hasn't really hit that price range again. So I think he will eventually, but I wish I had him right now though, because I think he's going to do well as a 3-star.
Yeah. Do you want to start building some decks? Let's see what silver
Yep,
deck you can do.
yep, perfect. Here, I'm going to undo the decks. I've got
You just
one
started.
gold deck I built, so we're gonna shut these down real quick. I was just kind of messing with them yesterday to try to
Yeah.
get ready for this. Shut that down. We'll do a silver deck. So here,
Right. Let's see. Okay.
I
Let's see
think
your low
Guat. I
star.
like Guat as a 4-star.
Yeah. Quartz solid. 4 stars. You got Nick, Luca Nets. Well, just start with autocomplete. Let's see what that autocomplete does.
Is that what? Oh, autocomplete.
Uh,
Yeah,
let's see what it does.
it
What it
doesn't.
gives you.
It doesn't even do one for me.
Right, fair enough.
It's one of those weird
Right.
ones.
I'm just
It's
thinking.
saying
So
I
they're
can't
not.
make a deck, but I can.
So you've got
I kind of
Lucanets. Is that rare or is you got common? Right. Okay.
common.
You probably
Yeah,
would have to.
maybe
You probably
Nick.
would have to. Yeah, Nick, Luca, and then see what
So
rares you
Lick,
have. So
Nuka, and then what's
you
that
got
leave us with? A
16 stars.
bunch.
Right. Okay.
So we could go. I kind of want to go. Um,
6 stars do
so
you
we could
have?
do Bandit would be a good 6-star, but I don't know who
But
other
then
6-stars.
got Mercury 4. That's pretty
Oh yeah,
decent for a
I
four
like Mercury
star.
as a 4. And then that
Then
leaves
you've
us
got
with 12.
12.
We can
You
go
kind of
six
need a
five
Clay.
or
You need a
7-5.
Clay or Clem. You need a Clay or Clem in your best silver deck, I guess. That leaves you with 5. Intern.
Oh, Tiger,
Intern's
good job,
interesting.
buddy.
I feel like the Monad. I don't know if you saw the Monad foot. I don't know if it's Monad foot, but a lot of people are saying like, oh,
Oh,
there's a
because
lot of
of
bit.
the ethos stuff.
Yeah, I saw a few bits on that and people defending Monad.
I
I'm not
wonder if that
sure.
it wouldn't be a good intern week.
Maybe I was thinking the opposite. Maybe he comes up with something to play, but yeah, I would have put him in this deck because it might be a bit risky. But
Yeah.
Gout's interesting because like he can just win you the tournament outright because you can
Gwart or
go
Gout?
Gout,
Gwat?
yeah,
Yeah,
this
this
one, yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And then let's pop Mercury out. Or wait, hold on, let me see what's that leave us with. So we can take, I don't
Yeah,
like
take Mo.
Luca. Or let's see
Yeah,
here. Let me put old boy back in. And then let's see what this leaves us there. Because then instead of having a 4, we can go to a 6-star. We can go Jazz. I really like Jazz as a 6-star.
yeah. No, Jez has been pretty consistent. Let me just look at.
Consistent.
Let me look at a
Let's go.
few of Jez's posts lately.
Like
Just
Jazz is
I
like,
always just double check are they active today
yep,
and stuff like that. But
yep. She got an
two
800
two days
on the.
ago.
Why is the 24-hour chart showing?
She must have. What day was that
This,
again? On the 5th or
the
4th?
800 on the 4th.
Yeah, because she hit 30k views on a post, 25k. Yeah, 30k views.
Yeah.
Interestingly, yeah.
I like to look and make sure because sometimes he goes private like over the weekend.
Yeah, Jez is not on private. I just check now.
Yeah, I
So
just checked as well. Yeah.
interesting to see
So
what.
to me, it's either Jets because see, I like Yano, but I don't like playing Yano at in like a. I'll farm with him as a
Top
6-star,
yeah.
but I don't. I won't put him in silver unless he's like a 3-star.
Right.
I
Yeah.
do like Yano a lot.
Yeah, it's not an easy like for me. Obviously, it's a bit easier given I got so many DCF commons, like
Yeah.
DB, WAS, 2 WAS as well. So it gives you a lot more options with your rares. But obviously,
Mm,
you're having to take 1 or 2 risks here now. I guess it's the main question. Are you looking to get like top 200 with a silver deck and secure it, or
yeah.
are you saying you want to, challenge silver where you might have to take
Uh,
a risk?
Challenge is where I silver. Yeah, I challenge in silver. I only put one deck in usually, and I try and
Okay. What
challenge
I would
for
do
it.
is, okay, do you know what? Like, because it's challenging and you want to play a bit risky, take clay out completely and go intern. Because then, intern and go, it's either going to be, high score or not, right?
Where's the
Uh,
intern? I lost him. There he is.
there. So and take your commons out. Let's just see what you can do with them two as your, because essentially this deck's going to be one where, if they both hit vital pulse and, your
Yeah.
commons do well, you can potentially
We can
challenge,
go
right?
really crazy and go Gore as well.
And then go, yeah, then
Star
you can probably
Platinum.
Star Platinum and Luca. Wow, that would be insane. That.
I
Okay.
don't know. I kind of like it, but let's see what else we can do if we don't put Gordon.
I would have put Star Platinum. I'd put if you put CVB's at 8-star.
I
Vol
wish
would
he
be.
wasn't. What other 4s do I have?
Would,
Like
would you be willing to bet on Vol dropping the article? Because I think the article can cook like mad. Like,
I'm putting Bowen,
because you got 2 as well,
and then
and
easy.
then
Wait, I can't go that. I can't do
no,
that.
you're gonna have to go 4-3,
4
and
3,
then it'll be Nick
which would be this
Luca.
and this again.
Nick Luca. Yeah, either go that or you switch Vo and Nick out because I don't know about Nick, but he's just been
He's
probably
posting his one video that his crypto daily markets one haven't been going out as often, and two, I'm gonna reach out to Ray. And Clem and kind of see what's going on with Nick because he always cooks. Like whenever he goes on like a dry spell, not a dry spell. Like I'm assuming maybe he's traveling or something. He always then cooks. Like he's there's but you never know when that's gonna be and if it's gonna drop during a tournament or not. I wish
exactly right.
Nick and Pio were more fantasy aware, even though Pio's not in the game, but he should be.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, I think yeah. I mean, Nick's always dismissed my post. Like he doesn't care about fantasy top, which is
has he
fair.
ever
I mean,
commented back and stuff?
the whole point is, we don't want heroes to like, just pull for fantasy, right? Like it's
Yeah,
it's a balance, right? But no. I feel there's not much upside in his card at the moment if he's just going to do that daily post, right?
yeah.
He's got bread and they got a 5-star here. We'll scroll down.
Just
Let's see if
yeah.
there's who else is there. If you scroll down for rares, Mika, 5-star. But I'm just thinking if Elon and Trump have still a few things going on, who's the one that can post a viral post, uh, something viral here? Uh,
Sorry, the kids are playing tigers
no,
and
no,
they
it's
decided to
fine,
go
it's
into my
fine.
office. Shut the door, buddy. Thank you. Love
I'm
the
just
car.
thinking. I'm just thinking like if you take bread guy out
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I was just
and
wanting to
then
see like if there's a 7-star. I kind of want to put Kaleo in this one because I think he's gonna cook.
Kaleo would get you then you have a 5-star common, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go
And then I
Kaleo,
like Tyler D.
Tyler D, yeah. So you've got like two consistent cards there. Luca is kind of wild card. Intern
So I
as
feel
well
like
as
these two are
out.
gonna get me enough to where I get some frags. These two are
Yeah,
gonna make it to where I can get some frags, and then these two, if they hit, I could be top 10.
yeah, I'd go for that. I'd go for that. I'd say that's probably because you have enough good cards in your farm index. Now I'd go elite next probably because I feel
Yeah,
you can
yeah, because this
maximize
is
a bit
where
more here.
we're
You
putting
got
Bo in for
Bo,
sure. CBB. Uh,
CBB.
this is
I'd
where I
go
usually put in a star platinum, just
bread
common.
guy as well. Or Fija,
Uh,
Fija was
I
it?
usually like to leave these two apart.
Okay,
Like
no,
leave
that makes
these my
sense.
4 apart. Yeah.
Go
Uh,
Jez then. I'd go
yep,
Jez,
Jez always,
and then go
I usually
Feja.
who?
Get
Oh
another
yeah,
common in.
another.
Yeah,
Yep,
4772.
yeah.
That way
Let me
you
see something
save
real
another
quick.
rare, I guess. But
Yeah, so I want to see here, there, because I like to keep it around like 4,500.
yeah, okay,
Um,
okay. On the edge,
because
but yeah,
I can't like your
I'm the
decks
opposite.
always make me. That's why I like doing mine first because yours like after we redo yours and then mine, I feel like a pud.
Yeah, I'm more of I want my commons to definitely get 800 plus.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's how I usually that's how I usually play it. But yeah,
see,
no,
there's like
no,
another 4,400. Like that
yeah,
gives me 4,400 around again.
yeah, no, that's pretty solid because then that gives you around the where you need to be for like the top
Seven.
800. Just hoping art school comes through for you.
Yeah, I did do art
uh,
school twice. Actually, let me get rid of this real quick. I didn't mean to do that
I
on the
never I
thing.
never usually like full risk unless it's a
Yeah,
Greg Trader main. Uh,
I like that better. That gives me
or
47
Greg
too.
Trader main, Tyler Durden, those sort of commons. I don't risk it with
Mhm.
maybe one deck, but like I don't really risk it with the others.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my smoltings actually because that gets me higher, and I believe in smolting always posts.
Yeah, he does, he does. Yeah, yeah, that probably looks a bit better.
Yeah, I feel better. And then we'll go to
I would say the art school, maybe you upgrade it when you can. I feel art school is not a good enough common to rely on your farming deck
yeah,
solely with the common, but I think with the rare, art school is definitely one you can consider because it's 600 points doesn't seem out of reach.
yeah.
Yeah, let's see what else you've
So
got here.
here I like to go with gold farming. I go Apex always, even though he's
Apex.
kind of fallen off a little bit.
I'll go
Zach.
Zach probably as well.
Yep, and then
Shapiro
Shapiro. Yep.
probably, and then go up. I'd stroll up and go for a higher star common now.
Let's go bread.
Maybe Yano
Oh,
or
common.
bread.
You said common, or did you
No,
say
no, no,
rare? Right.
rare, another
Okay,
rare,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Red, and
bread, and
then
then
beanie or orangey.
yeah, I'd go orangey probably.
Orangey. Yeah,
Safer
great
place for
minds
you
think
go there.
alike. Yeah.
4,000,
Yeah,
four
that's where
thousand.
I like to go 3,900 to 42 on my gold decks.
Yeah,
Um, is
I'm
about where I
more,
like to hit.
I'm more 33 to K to 4K because I play a lot more, so it's
Yeah,
I don't mind not having a lot of options being played, but yeah, no, I don't blame
yeah.
you.
Because what I do is with my deck is like you can see in my lineups. I'll jump back into this real quick, and then we'll jump over to you and
Yeah,
have you throw some decks in. So what I like to do is, if you notice, like I always like get rid of I'll list them. I've noticed that I've been getting more ETH rewards, or like profiting more off of my weekly rewards by instead of just dumping them to bids on the first day, I'll hold some of them and wait, and then just list them, and then I'm
yeah,
making an extra 0.0015, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you do that times 10, 12, 13 cards, that adds up,
yeah.
right? So
No,
I've been doing
definitely.
that instead of just dumping them to bids because I've noticed the bids plummet the first day, right? The bids and even the floor plummet. So sometimes I'll even wait. I will list it a little above the floor to kind of, as people start picking them up later. But I'll get rid of anything I'm not actually going to play. Like even McKenna lately, I've been looking at her chart, and I feel like she's back a little bit. Like she had this down, but like I
I
feel like
think
we're gonna
that's
be
the.
back into this range potentially.
I think McKenna's a he. I think I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is he? Their
Yeah, yeah.
names and their PFPs, man, mess with me so much.
McKenna, crypto McKenna. Yeah, I think it is a he, unless the chat
It
can
probably is a he.
confirm. Um, but yeah. Uh, no, he's on private. First of
He's
all.
on private.
Yeah, and he got hacked.
Well, oh, you did. You're right. You did. I forgot about that. Then why did? Oh, he did so well this week because of that hack. He talked about the hack, didn't he?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Well,
Man.
I think
Yeah. So
he
maybe I should have
got his.
dumped him.
Yeah, Ezra said, yeah, I thought you was dude. Yeah, I kind of assume most are dudes until, you know, Frog Leader tells me that, it's a she, right? Or
Yeah.
someone else, right? But
And I put
yeah,
your thing back um
okay,
on
okay,
stage.
nice. Yeah, so let's do my silver decks. I mean,
And this
I
is
want
the
to win
time of the
silver.
show where
I
Frog
want to win.
makes Carpenter feel like a pud.
Yeah, exactly. 99% dude, unless your name's Kate, you're right.
Yep.
100%, 100%.
Unless
I
your
can't
name's Kate.
imagine it's like a dude calling themselves Kate as well, but never rule
Yeah.
anything out. But anyways, yeah. So silver decks. I mean, I the way I've built my inventory now is I have like a good pool of rare cards to pretty much get challenge every week, right?
Mhm.
Now
How many cards do you have?
I
200
did
or
it.
at 300 or 200?
I was at 450, but obviously when the new heroes came, I kind of burnt a lot of cards to get new heroes, right?
Oh, you have so
Um,
many cards.
it's a tough one. I like Unipix at 6 star, right?
Ooh, I like Unipix at 6 star as
Seems to
well.
be pretty active the last few days. Then I want to pair Unipix with the Ansem or Greg, right? Just because it doubles it doubles up on a two top 10 heroes probably. Sorry, potentially. Um,
Why
then
am I
it's a
even
tough one.
playing silver?
Then it's a tough one. I was thinking this deck, do I just pair Greg and DB and hope for the best with
Well,
Waz, right?
for me, I feel like again,
Interesting
you're
what the chat
competing, but for
thinks.
me, those two are studs. Like you have two stud rares, which really, even if those two hit and like the other two, only one of the other two hit, you're still going to be in the top 200 and score relatively well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
again, if they do hit, like for me, with my thinking, since you only have one of each of those, um, do you only have one Unipix?
I have one Unipix. I have two DBs, two Waz as
Oh,
well.
okay. Okay, because I was thinking maybe go more conservative on it to win, but again, you're going to win, and it
Yeah,
would be stellar to win bronze last week and silver this week.
it was either that or what Ezra just said. Like
Ooh, I like the honey chaser. Yep,
if I go honey in now, I can get a Clem or Kaleo, and that
yep.
definitely sets you up for a top deck as well, right? Clem, Kaleo,
Gwart.
like
I
let's look
like
at the
Gwart
average.
too.
4687 is saying already, right? But I can't imagine Honey does blank twice in a row, right? That's that's
Hmm.
gonna be pretty bad. But yeah,
People will get their pickets out.
yeah. So I think like let's just this one. If I do this, then it's Honey and DB are two risky cards, right? So you don't know
Hmm.
what's gonna happen. But I feel like going for it just because it's kind of all in, right? Hoping that all the cards fall right at once. The reason why I'm saying Kaleo is I just feel he's been more active, and
He's
Clem
way more active. Yeah,
Clem has that viral element to his, his tournament scores. Like
I like it's Cleo or Clem, but
it is, yeah. I mean Jeff Park, I can probably guarantee he'll get top 20 again, right?
yeah, but like I don't think he
But
can hit. Like Clem and Kaleo have showed that they can get in the top three.
yeah, let's do that. And then my Ansem deck has to be a bit more safe. Like that's how I usually play it. Like
That's what. Yeah.
if my other deck is risky, I have to go okay, Whale. I'll probably
Have
go
you ever
here.
put those two together?
Greg and Ansem.
Like, yeah, is that usually like a makesy week?
I tried it last week. I couldn't because my 5 stars were pretty weak. Well,
Yep.
I didn't want to go all in. I was pretty I was on the fence, right? And because I was gonna go Greg and some Bandit, but then I'm glad I didn't because I don't think Bandit did that well last
He
week.
didn't score as well. No.
Uh, but let's see. So what I want to do with this one is play a 2 star with Vaz, right? And go maybe DB in a bronze deck. So if I go right, the 2 stars are a bit difficult because I feel DCF does well, but Kane might do well because of the Infinix are doing the claim for Kaito stakers next week. He might drop a
Yep.
post that might
I
do well,
like Kane
right?
also.
Last 7 days he hasn't scored, so that worries me. Let's just say I put a 2 star in DCF. I have 4 stars left.
I like DCF as a 2 star this week.
And then at
I
4
forgot he
star,
was a
yeah.
2.
No, actually, wait.
What do you think about Lil Moon Lambo? Just this isn't for this deck, but I'm just wondering, what do you think about him overall? I just seen him and it made me think of it.
I'm gonna be honest. I just play him in a bronze deck and hope for the best. I never
Mm-hmm.
really. I can see that his 24-hour chart is looking better than it was previously. So
Mm-hmm.
at 0.05, there's not much risk with his card, right? 0.05. But like I said, I kind of revert to bronze for a card like that, right? Because I feel, like I said, in bronze, I don't mind taking the odd risk here or there with cards like that. But in silver, I kind of want to guarantee myself like heroes, and Lil Moon Lambo might be the reason someone wins silver, right? But like I said, I'm not willing to take that risk. But yeah, to be honest, this puts me in an even difficult situation here because wait, I think I know what to do here. So if I go Unipix, where is he? Clem, and then go that. What do you think? Those are two monster decks, I
Ooh,
think.
yeah, yeah, those are both contender decks. Like big
Yeah,
time contender decks. I'm
heavily
even thinking
relying
about
on
taking my
DB.
damn silver deck out because it's just gonna not.
It's heavily reliant on DB, I guess.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't post, I probably would have a terrible week, probably. But I'm low key just feeling like feel like going for it. See how it happens, and maybe I still got another chance with an Ansem deck, right? If I go Ansem, uh, who else is left here? So Ansem, Alan. I feel Alan will actually play a big part in this tournament.
I do too, especially with all the race stuff. I think
Yeah,
there's.
I feel if Alan and Adam Cochran might do decent
I got rid
if
of my
the
Cochrane this week.
if
It was,
the if the no, you did well because he pumped up quite a bit because people
yeah,
thought that Elon and the Trump stuff's going to continue, right? And if
that's
it does
exactly
continue,
why I got
I
rid of
do
him.
feel there's going to be one or two posts relating to that
And
next
those will
weekend.
always do well with him.
So I have a feeling. I feel like me risking Allen and Cochrane in the same deck could potentially come off, right? And then potentially pairing them with another low star like even Intern, right? Or even going with Lucanets, and then going, two solid 5 stars or something like that. I think might be, or maybe using like Star Platinum as a top and then going DCF, something like that. It's a bit riskier, but it's potentially something that I could see playing out with some of the recent stuff that's going on, especially with Pump Phone and with the Trump and Elon stuff going back and forth, right? I don't know how I can fit this Ansem in now that I don't have a 1 star that I can play. It's very hard because I don't fancy playing two stars. So maybe it's and I
If
don't
you
like
were
using.
to do two stars, who would it be? Who are your two favorite 2 stars this week?
I
Other
did
like
post
DCF, I think.
I did post about the 2 stars. Like I did like that the dash that whiteboard
Yeah,
thing that I do with the
yeah,
and Kane DCF keyboard monkey is it
yeah. But especially
and
with his Yeet, I didn't realize he was the Yeet founder.
yeah, I knew that a while back, and I bought him for that reason. But he didn't do that well, because I think the engagement didn't catch on, and until
A lot
ISO
of people
Beast,
don't know about it. It's under farmed right now.
yeah, and until ISO Beast didn't mention it a few days, like the last few weeks about farming Yeet.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean they should give him a bit of incentive there because he
Yeah.
mentioned it, and I think then everyone was asking what's Yeet. Uh, so I would go. Ideally, I would go Kane and DCF, and then if I do go that way, I don't think I can win this way, to be honest. If I do it, it'll be like Ansem, uh, probably Vo, and then Lucanet, something like that. Just I feel if Vo drops that article, she can probably get like top 10, and then Lucanet's a bit of a surprise, or maybe I go Gout just because of the high ceiling, right? But yeah, I'm gonna be just going back and forth, and then but I think these two, I had these decks in previously, and I was thinking, do I stick with it or do I go with it? I feel just for the content and just for the coming back to it next week in the stream, I'm gonna go with these. I'm gonna go with these, right? Let's see how I do. It might mean other people have the same deck. I do feel there's gonna be quite a few similar decks with Waz and DB. one thing I might struggle with competing is if someone has a rare DB and he posts and gets like top five,
Yes.
what they'll be able to do is play like a better common or a better rare, like more
Yeah.
balanced deck, which I'll probably struggle competing against. But you can only do with what you can only do so much with what you got, right?
Yeah.
I think I'll go with that. Uh, and then maybe I'll fill in a lot of bronze decks with like I feel there's a good
Where
chance
do you put
Alan
your star
might take off.
platinum at?
I'm farming. I'm farming with Star Platinum this week.
Elite.
Elite, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll probably do something like a Vol, uh, probably easy. Easy.
Yep.
Go Star.
Put the couple together.
Yeah.
Dude, their
uh,
offspring in the future is gonna be
where's
crazy.
Bandit? Bandit. I'm at 3750 already. I'll go for another comment, right? That will guarantee a post.
Like
So
Tyler. What do you think of
straight him
Tyler
in.
lately?
Tyler's good. He's second in the Tyler in any given tournament he can get top five. Because he can just take off, right?
Yeah.
Last two tournaments he did, he tailed off. He's still at 8-star, which I was kind of mad about, but
You
look
should
at
have
his
been a 7
consistency.
or
Look at his
6.
consistency. Like he's had the off by tournament, but he's a Final Fantasy top, and he actually
Does he play?
he engages with a lot of my posts, during the articles that I write for fantasy, and
Hmm.
but I'm not sure how well he'll do. But on any given week, you can expect him to do well, right? I know quite a few of the whales have picked up most of his supply. Like uh, Otto has an epic, and I know Drunken has literally so many. He has like 3 epic Tylers, and he has so many
It's
rares.
insane.
It's insane. But yeah, we'll see how he does. Oh, I forgot about Min. I think Min is one I'm gonna be putting in a top 10. Maybe
Yeah.
Ansem, Min.
Min is good as a 5-star.
All right. Do you know what? I think that probably. I always miss him because of the
How
border.
many anthems
The
do you have? I thought you put Anthem in your silver deck.
Yeah,
Did you
this.
go
All right.
back
Sorry.
on
Yeah,
it?
is this silver? All right. This is elite. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is I always miss out on Min's card because of it's testnet. And when you see rares, you just look at the normal version and you just miss it
Yes.
out, right? It's
Yep.
very I've done that so many times.
Oh, dude, why do you, I remember when like all these testnet cards first, not testnet, when all these special edition cards came out, like
mm.
being in the Magic play, I'm like, oh, I need these. And like you end up accumulating so many badass ones, pardon my French.
Yeah, I've got Ansem, Bonk guy, and Min. They're my best ones. Ezran
So freaking sick.
asking about Mixie and Everman. So
Yeah.
Everman, I'm in his chat, so he's not sure whether he's going to be posting. I can't say whether I haven't done which is one of the main reasons I haven't done my decks, because I've got like 6 rares and I have like 15 commons, right? Like
I got
if
rid of
you,
all my Evans because it was
I,
too stressful.
it's too stressful, but I think it's a good, yeah, it's a good utility card, right? Like him as a 3-star in a gold farming deck is so big, right? And
Yeah.
also like the
Is
three
he
stars
3-star this week?
and he can be played in bronze this week, right? As a 2-star. So, uh, yeah, he said he's not 100% sure what he's gonna do this week. So, yeah, but with Maxi, I'm
He's
pretty
gonna be
certain. Like
reversed.
I've already said that, added him to the injury list for this week, saying
Yeah.
that he's not gonna post, and I can't imagine him posting, because he's more like he's not there out there farming different protocols, and sorry, in terms of like mind share and stuff like that. So his is strictly business, right? Like
Yeah. And as
one
long
week
as
one
like
week he's gonna post and one week he isn't, right? He's just um
the only thing he had said is when it gets more competitive, like if it gets to the point where like last week he's set for this season, right? Because he did really good last week. But say he didn't do well. I know he said it, I don't remember if it was on the fantasy hour a few weeks ago that when he came back on, or if it was the in a post that he said or a reply, he said the only time he would break the strategy basically is if it appeared that it might affect him being a hero,
yeah.
like the clout
So
stuff. So
yeah, I had a look at that's what I was looking at when I was writing my article this week. So I was looking at which heroes fall in the bottom 5 potentially, if that played a factor in next week's tournament. Like so far, like I can't imagine Makesy ever getting to that bottom 5. You've got Noah,
no,
You've got Adam, who said he's not going to be posting for weeks, right? You've got
Mhm.
Control, who can do well in a tournament to get out of that bottom five. But then there's other bottom five heroes like that. Makesy he'll
Yeah,
never be in. Currently, Makesy has 600. Wait, he's definitely like top 60 right now.
oh,
Surely,
yeah,
right? How many points did he get? 666 in the
that's a
last
bad
tournament,
number.
I think. uh, right, there we go. I've just sorted it. So he got 666. So that already puts his 4 week average at 150. What is it? 150. 163. Right. That's his 4 week average is already around that much. Now he'd have to literally blank the next 3 weeks probably to get eliminated at this point, right? So if he blanks this week and posts the next week, he's pretty much safe. Now there will probably come a point where we've had enough swaps that we've got mainly active heroes, and it becomes tougher, and that strategy becomes a
Hmm.
lot harder to play. But
Yep.
in which case he'll have to adapt. But I do think he can be a relatively good scorer, anyways, right? I mean, he got 600 points with one post last tournament, so I definitely would still think he'll survive and do well going forward, anyways. But yeah, I've already I'm not playing reverse because I don't have that enough cards to play reverse. But yeah, if you have his card, like I'd like to think um he's a guaranteed blank for reverse.
Yeah, absolutely.
uh,
Also, once you're done doing your decks, we're gonna do some tactics today. Kind of go over tactics
let's do that now. Yeah,
and
I think I'm
okay.
pretty much done. Yeah, like I said, the rest of my silver decks are gonna be bunch of risky, safe plays. We'll see how I what I do. But like I said, those two decks will be stay the same for now.
All right. So
Let's
here
go
we're gonna go
breakfast.
ahead and I'm gonna buy 10 tactics real quick.
Nice.
Just because I didn't want to take the time to buy two at a time or one at a time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay,
uh,
I'll do this. I'll do
hey,
the same.
we there we go.
I'll buy 10 as
Uh,
well. Yeah. I'll do mine after yours. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So right now we have this one's already filled. So this one here, and so there'll be as those who know or don't know, um, this is the new DFS style tactic where you get access to all heroes, um, the ones that are have cards in them, and then as well as the tactic only heroes. Uh, and then there's going to be uh, different salary caps. Like before, we've seen 29. These last two tournaments have been 24. We've seen a $5 entry, which is one tactic. We've seen a $20 entry in the past, a couple weeks ago. That is four, right? So there's like double ups. So there's 20Xs, right? So if you look at
Wow.
rewards here, this one is so you're putting $10 in, so winner will get 200. So it's more top heavy, but still the top 35% is in the money. And here we'll
Wait,
go.
have they just? I've just seen this for the first time. The salary cap's down to 24. Is that
Yeah,
like when did they start doing that?
no. So it's going to change all the time. So
Oh wow. Okay.
there's going to be different tournaments. So you're always going to have to look at the salary cap because sometimes it's going to be 29, sometimes it's going to be 24, sometimes it's going to be whatever, right? It's to mix it up and make it fun, right? 710's been crushing it on that, making sure it doesn't get stale. He did post yesterday. Let me find it in the Discord. I think it was in announcements. Yeah, here we go. So it says, beginning today, we will aim. This was posted yesterday. Beginning today, we will aim to run tactics Monday through Friday, with signups opened on Saturdays. Both DFS and classic versions of tactics will be playable going forward with
Nice
multiple
and chill.
payout structures and entry requirements being added. So that so the 1, 2, 3, 4 tactics, and then the double ups, the 20Xs, the 10Xs, as well as the different star caps. I've noticed this one's gonna be way more competitive being 24 star because the other normally I would go 8, 8, 7, 1, 1, or something similar,
Yeah,
right?
I wasn't a
And
fan of the 30. Like I just think it's
the
just
29, yeah, no, me either.
yeah, but the
Or the
29,
30.
yeah, yeah. I
So
think this is a lot better.
yep,
Because you have to take risks sometimes. You can't play safe all the time with this one. So yeah, I think this is probably better. Um,
absolutely.
right. So what are you going for?
The first thing I do, so first thing I do when I'm going through tactics is, especially now with this 24, right, is I instantly go to the 1 stars. And then I work my way up, right? So I'll go through the 1 stars, and first thing it sticks out to me, there's only 2 of them, right? And what I like is you also need to look at when the tournament's going to be played. If it was like now we're not going to see tournaments played like on the weekends, it doesn't sound like it, but like who posts on Monday? So we know the tournament starts Monday. So one, I'm going to look for fantasy aware heroes, and also I'm going to look for people who generally post on Mondays, right? And then like if it was a Friday, we have a lot of people that don't post on Fridays, so you got to take that into account. The day when it's going to start. This starts basically around the same time, maybe an hour before tournament starts tomorrow. Actually, it
Yeah,
does start an hour before tournament starts tomorrow. So and then it runs. I believe these run 24 hours, right?
yeah, the 24-hour
Yep,
tactic.
last 24 hours right here. And there will be some that last 12 and all that stuff, I'm assuming. So here I see Alon. I don't know if I'm gonna put him in. I want to see it too. Honey, I like Honey. I like so here again, I see 3 that I like here at 2-star. So I'm gonna go through my whole process. I won't just jump in. I forget. I'm kind of explaining. We see Honey. I see Honey. I see CEBB, and I see Intern. Let me scroll down. It makes no DBB or DB. I see. For tactics, you do kind of want to get risky. For 3-star, this one's being silly. I see Stowe still on private. I see Luca. I see
Nice.
not really Evan. Potentially Zeneca. We've seen him being able to go crazy. Here we see at 4-star. I like Quar, Thread Guy, which actually I might
Thread guy's
go.
4-star? Wow, okay.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna definitely put Thread Guy in at four
Nice.
star. At 5, we have I like Zach, but I don't know if Zach can go crazy. Oh yeah, Sherlock Holmes is there. He also followed me on Twitter randomly or on
Oh,
X,
nice.
so I might reach out and see if he wants to come on the show or something. That'd be cool to get him on.
Yeah, that'd be
Uh,
good. Yeah, definitely.
so I like Jets the 5-star, but I don't know about tactics if I do. Um,
Yeah.
oh, 6-star Clem, that's a no brainer for me. Um, Oh, dang it. I was really hoping that last week was a 6-star.
A
Star
6-star.
Platinum is a 7, and he always that. So I'm going to go with Star Platinum is a 7. Now we're going to come back here. What do I got? I got 5 stars left. So I average at 2.6 for the next 2
Wow.
spots.
Next
I've
to on this.
got, I'm going to go Alon, and that leaves me with 3.7. And what I love about tactics, like my favorite part of this, like kudos to 710 and Makesy, is I absolutely love it. As a 7, or as a fantasy football, like American football player, and I know you play fantasy soccer, fantasy football, European football. The daily fantasy sports aspect of this, I love. One, because you always get to pick everyone, and then also it's not just like an 8 stars and 8-star, right? Because a regular 8-star isn't the same. Like it's not the same from the bottom of the 8 stars up. So I love that it's like an 8.9. So really it's closer to a 9-star, right? And then you have like an 8.0, and then you have like the 7.7s and stuff like that. So I really
Yeah.
like the the way that it's more in depth now. So if we
So
go to
so
threes,
is
or
this
go ahead,
starting is this starting tomorrow 2 p.m. UC,
morning.
right?
Yep.
Which is when the tournament starts, right?
It's in 22 hours. Yep.
All right, so same time. Okay, that makes it a lot easier to think who to pick,
Yep.
basically.
Absolutely.
Interesting, interesting. I'm
And
I'm just
so
I'm just going through my a few of mine in the background, seeing what I could do.
absolutely.
Alan's
And then I'm gonna
Alan's
go
definitely
Luca.
tempting. Alan's tempting because of the ceiling, right?
And that's what I'm gonna put for my first deck. I'm gonna let you put another deck in, and then I'll cook another deck after you. So here we'll swap it up, so I don't just hug the screen. uh, if you want to share your screen, I'll knock mine down, and I'll let you share yours up.
All right, 1 second. Share screen.
But yeah, so on the weeks where we don't have, for those watching, the weeks we don't have guests, we are gonna try to like do some tactics and stuff, and then also we've kind of floated the idea of maybe having like a, tactic stream on a different day of the week or something. So.
I've gone with a safe deck with Kine and Ever Van Ness, just because I think Ever Van Ness might
Ooh,
punch.
what? Ooh.
Uh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you
I've
can also edit. Anyone watching this, you can
Yeah,
also edit your thing up until it starts.
exactly
Sorry.
right.
Go
So
ahead.
it gives me that flexibility there. Right, yeah. I mean, I kind of have to go with Alan in one deck just in case. Pause. I go Honey and Alan play the double risk there.
Oh, I didn't put honey
uh,
in. I gotta edit my
and
deck.
let's go through.
Oh wait, no. I'll save this.
I'm liking Clem at 6.7, 6.8, sorry. Because I know he'll post as soon as the tournament starts. And then I'm looking at sevens. Got to go Star Platinum in a deck, right? And then what I've got here left, 5.3. Okay, let's have a look. I got Sherlock. Okay, yeah, I like that. Pretty
Dude,
solid.
that's a fire deck.
Bit of risk in there as well, but I think I'm just gonna go with 5 decks with a different variety and see how that does for me.
Yeah, so you go
Yeah,
ahead and
no,
make another deck if you want, and then I'll cook a couple after you.
yeah. What we'll do is we'll both do 5 decks
There you go. Let's do that.
every week,
Yep.
and we'll see who does better.
Yes, that's fun. That'll be a
uh,
fun segment that we'll end the show with
yeah.
each week. I like it.
Okay, so I've gone Kane there. I'll do one more.
And we'll keep a rolling tally on the show. So
Yeah.
it'll be fun.
No, definitely.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the 3 stars. Luke Nets, I don't know if he's gonna be posting straight away.
Yeah, that's a huge gamble.
Yeah, it is. Let's see 4 stars. I'm not looked. Thread guy, I've said only. Jing Tao's deactivated. I don't know if he's still active deactivated. Just gonna have a quick look right now. Because last time I checked, he was deactivated. Yeah, his account does exist. So
Oh, shit,
yeah,
it's gone, dude.
make of that what you want. I've gone with Thread guy already in that deck. I'll probably do another one later, but let's do something different. Okay, let's do. I've gone with Alan. Right, I'm gonna do one where there's no 1 star. There's just Honey and let's go. I'll go DB in a separate one, but let's go Honey and CBB. Let's go Honey CBB. Then I'll probably need a 4 star to get the balance right. I'll go Thread guy again. I don't like to expose in too much to one hero, but how many have I got? 14.1 left. Oof, this is getting harder. To
It's
make
fun. I love it with this.
24 stars. Okay, I'm gonna go with Taiki, and get rid of Thread Guy, and then go. I want an 8 star, so I need. It's gonna set me back 22.5. I can't get an 8 star now. Can I? What's that? Salary. Oh, salary remaining. I thought that's salary used. Sorry, I
Oh
can go
yeah,
for an
no.
8. I can go for an 8 star. Okay, let's go for the Ansem. And that leaves me with 5.6, right? Who's an early poster on a Monday morning? Leon. Right, I'm gonna drop Ansem and go maybe 2 6 stars. Go him and then go 7.7. Jakey has that based house video coming dropping, right? Might do
Yeah,
well. Might do well. GG as well. Oh, I'm just going to start platinum
she has
again.
her own house. She's gonna do it her own little house.
I
She's
kind of
really
like
good
the
though.
fact that I've got Clem in every deck, which it doesn't. Let's go Ram. And let's go. Yeah, that does me. I like the variety in that one. Yeah, no,
Yeah, because I don't like
that's fine.
running the Clay strategy. Like, not for myself, but what Clay does, he'll put the same deck in because he's very confident. He's very analytical about his picks. I like to
Yeah, and
differentiate.
fair play. Yeah, I think if you go volume and you go one way, there's a good chance you take all the profits, which is probably a good way to play it. I'm more, get a variety in there, get a few combinations that are risky, a few that I think might, just do well, right? But yeah, ultimately everyone has their own risk and how they want to play it. Clones can, either you become a hero and win everything, or a lot of the times, you're just left, because one hero doesn't post, and you're not doing that well. But yeah, no, I fancy my chances with those 3, one of them hitting, right? And I'll probably do 2 more. I think DBs definitely have to be in one of my decks.
Yeah, especially
Just
yeah, it has to.
and then I've got 2 honeys, so I'll probably go with 1 star. I'll go with kind. Actually, no, I'm only settling with 1. So if I go 3, Shoku, I think I'll go with Shoku. I fancy his chances doing well. And then I've got 13.4 stars. I've got 1 more deck just to use. If I got 13.4, that can be 6.8. And I'll go was and yeah, okay. No, I like my 4 decks that I've got so far. Let's see how I do. See how I do in the rest of them. But yeah, do you want to do one more and then we'll call it? And then what we'll do is we'll definitely gonna compare how we do next week. I think you're mute. I can't hear you. Hello. Oh wait, I don't think I can hear you.
I'm muted. Oh yeah,
All
so I was
right.
gonna ask. My son was banging his cars on the thing. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, go
So
for it.
do you want to do a like with our top deck, or like when we compare? Do you want to do just like say you get a first and I get a second, and then so then you
Yeah.
win that week, or do you want to do like our 5 decks like averaged out?
Overall, yeah, I think no, I was thinking more sort of who wins more or loses more,
There we
right?
go. Yep, I like it.
It's just an easier way to look at it, right? How many did you win? How many
Perfect.
did I win, right? I can
Yep,
get first,
I
but my
love
other
it.
four decks might flop.
Yeah,
But
I like that.
yeah, let's just see. I mean, I'll try
Like
staying
in the money,
breaking.
not in the money, right?
Yeah, I'll try breaking even, hopefully for 1 week.
Yeah.
But let's see
Yep.
what I can cook up.
Perfect. Yeah, because I
Wait, I
made
think
one deck well. You were doing
yeah.
yours, and it was Ansem, Zach, Gore, CBB, and Intern. Um, and then I did change this down here. I took Luca out and put Honey in, which it leaves me. I'm leaving 0.8 stars on the table, but I didn't want to have the Luca at 3 star. I feel like there was better 2 stars.
Yeah.
Here I want to go with. I had to go. ICO is a beast. Like, literally, like that was no pun intended, but it actually worked out. So we'll come down here. I really like these 2 stars. I don't want to be over leveraged with them. I am gonna go DBB or DBB DB on here, and then we're gonna go. Let's see, 4 stars. No, where's the 5s? Yeah, I'm gonna go. Court. 5 star. We're gonna go, or no, we're gonna go here. No, we're not. Get out. I'm good. Hold on. Where's my 3s? Oh, there was no 3 stars. Like
Wait,
one
once you,
stars.
I was gonna ask you. Once I bought 5 tickets, do you have to register them to make sure I get into the top 111 entries, or can I wait? All right, yes, you have
What
to.
I
You
would
have,
do, you have to enter them.
all
So,
right, okay,
like,
okay,
I
got
mean,
it.
if you don't, they'll stay. Like, you'll be able to use them later. But if you want to put in your whatever, like 111, you need to be. Is that 111 players or 111 decks? It says players.
Dex, it's Dex, it's Dex.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay, that must have just opened. Yeah, it just opened. So yeah, what I do is if I want to put 5 decks into this one, I will just put like slop in if I'm not ready to do them. I'll put slop in like this one. I'll enter real quick and then I'll put slop in the rest. To kind of fill it out, and then I'll go through and edit if I'm not quite ready to finish
Got
it
it.
out yet.
Got it. Yeah.
Here we're gonna go. So I'm gonna go kind of contrary, not contrarian, but different. I'm gonna go Hugo. I think he can bang. And what I catch myself doing a lot here is I will go. What's that leave me with? 5.5. As well. What's up, baby boy? My keys. Here, you can have this key. Take the big key. Right here, take my golf cart key. I'll take that. All right. Yeah, Axon likes to play with keys, I guess. All right. So here we'll go. What do I have? 5-4. We'll go Gore. But I don't like. Let me get rid of him real quick. And yeah, wait. Was that what's Honey at? Honey's in 8.
Go.
Here. I might open this, buddy.
How many have you got left? You got 4 points.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Actually, I locked his home. His little house
4,
thing. Actually,
4.7.
7. Okay, so we'll go 4. Actually, I'm gonna go yawn over there and lock that in.
Pretty contrarian there, yeah.
Yeah, that one, like, I feel like could win just because, like, no one else at least going to throw something like that in.
Yeah, I don't think anyone. I wouldn't do that to be honest. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like that one's just super like off the wall. Like that's super risky, but like all of them have the ability to like in one day finish really well.
Exactly.
I might end up taking Liano out, but we'll see. Maybe I might. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't want to take up too much more time with that. But yeah, I really
Let me
love
know.
the new tactics, like changing it up and all that stuff. And yeah, we'll definitely see how we do. We'll throw 5 decks in a week, and we'll kind of leave it rolling until it'll be a fun way to end the show each week.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
great episode, and I think next week I'm pumped for Star Platinum to be on, and then Vo, Easy the following. Well, for sure, Easy maybe. Good chance Vo will be on as well. So,
yeah.
great episode, brother.
Oh, definitely. Good episode. And yeah, I'll catch you all next week. Yeah.
Yep, and make sure to have noties on for HK, and he has his articles and his posts coming out. He'll have that Monad post coming out here, in the next couple of days. So definitely have noties on, and we will see you guys in the timeline.
All right. See you.